so much comes down to that issue, of course, yeah. And we've got the CPI out next Wednesday. Much anticipated, one of the most anticipated economic bits of data I can remember, because it feeds into what the RBA does in August, Bridget McKenzie.
Yeah, absolutely, Kieran. I mean, anybody with a mortgage, anybody who's renting, what Michele Bullock and the RBA do come that first week of August, I think everyone's looking at eagle-eyed. The government's inability to have an economic plan that puts that downward pressure on inflation is making her job harder and harder. And you've either got two ways to go. You've got interest rates go up to quell demand, or unemployment goes up. And I think it's a really horrible situation that we're in, where we're betting on Australians having to lose their jobs as a way of actually getting inflation under control, when the Labor Party continues this rampant spending, which is making her job harder and harder. Savings and the offsets accounts have been used up that were accumulated during COVID, and Australians are absolutely every month sitting down wondering how they're going to make the mortgage repayment. So it's everybody watching coming weeks to see what's going to happen, not just from a political perspective, obviously, because that will drive Labor's decision-making about elections, but obviously how people are going to make ends meet.
Almost out of time. I do want to get your thoughts on the drama out of the United States. It's been an extraordinary period. Today, that speech by President Biden. The government has been very cautious about its language around this, saying regardless of who wins in November, the alliance is on a firm footing. Are you as sanguine about the contest in Washington?
Well, I think the relationship between the United States of America and Australia is intergenerational. It's above party politics, and it's our strongest and most successful alliance, to date. And that will continue no matter who is the president come post the election in November. At the end of the day, we want whoever is the president to be one that's committed to keeping trade open and transparent, and also committed to fighting for liberal democracies that are under threat, no matter where that happens across the globe.
Bridget McKenzie, National Senate Leader. See you next week. Thanks.
See you, mate.